They were here, once, bustling towns filled with laughter, stories, families, and futures. They had names, addresses, memories. And then, they didn't. Not because of war, not because of disaster, but because they were simply gone. No wreckage, no headlines, no survivors, just silence. If you look on old maps, you'll still see them. Cartographers traced their streets. Satellites once caught their outlines. But if you go there now, there is nothing. This is not fiction. These are not myths. This is the map of vanishing towns. And these are the places that disappeared overnight. Lake Anjukuni, deep in the Canadian wilderness. A place so remote, only the hardiest ventured near. November 1930, a trapper named Joe LaBelle returns to an Inuit village he knew. He expected a warm welcome, familiar faces, but what he found chilled him more than the subarctic wind. The entire village was abandoned, not destroyed, not looted, just gone. Cooking pots still hung over dead fires. Jackets and boots lined up neatly inside homes. Half-eaten meals sat on wooden plates. Even rifles untouched. LaBelle ran to the nearest telegraph station. Soon, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police arrived. They searched, they questioned, but they found no footprints leading away. No blood, no struggle, not even graves. And the dogs, starved, still tied, frozen in place. An entire community had vanished, as if plucked from time. Some say aliens, others spirits of the forest. But no theory explains how dozens of people could disappear without a trace. Thurman, West Virginia, a booming coal town in the 1920s. Banks, hotels, saloons, trains passing every hour. It was a town of promise, a symbol of the American dream. Then, it began to crumble. The coal dried up, workers left, businesses folded. But that's not the strange part. The strange part is how quickly it all fell. 1 year, celebration. The next, silence. Travelers reported roads to Thurman no longer made sense. Tracks ended in fields. Signs pointed to nowhere. And the train station, once bustling, now echoed with the sound of nothing. Decades later, hikers rediscovered it. The town remained intact, not decayed, not destroyed, just paused. Mailboxes still had names. Chairs still faced each other on porches. It was as if everyone had stepped away for a moment and never came back. Centriia, Pennsylvania. The fire that began beneath it in 1962 is still burning, but the flames are only part of the story. Before the fire, residents began to notice strange things. Mail arrived late, addressed to towns that didn't exist. Phones rang with no one on the line. Children spoke of people in the woods, people no adult could see. Then came the cracks. Sidewalks split open. Smoke poured from basements. The ground felt hollow. The state evacuated most of the town, but a few remained, and they claimed the real danger wasn't the fire. It was what came with it. One man said the town's layout had changed, that his street no longer connected to the same roads. Another swore the sky above Centriia turned darker than anywhere else. Today, the town is fenced off. No trespassing, but if you slip through, you may still hear voices. beneath the ash. Burma Island, first charted in the 1500s, it appeared on maps for centuries. A tiny island off the Yucatan coast. In 1997, during oil negotiations, it needed to be verified, and it was gone. Mexico sent aircraft, boats, submarines, sonar, radar, nothing. Some blamed rising sea levels. Others said it was never there, but declassified documents hinted at something darker, that the island was removed deliberately. Why? Because its presence would have shifted borders, changed oil rights, altered power. So, did it sink, or was it erased? Abernon, not a city on modern maps, but in 2004, it appeared in a GPS database. Coordinates, roads, buildings, street names, but no records, no photos, no people. Curious users visited. Some found only forest, others thick fog. A few claimed to see silhouettes, motionless, watching. Then, the coordinates were deleted. The uploader vanished, but Abernon returns in old GPS files, forgotten backups, and always slightly different. A new road, a missing block, as if the town is shifting, changing, waiting. Paramidan, an abandoned Soviet town on the edge of the earth, deserted in 1998, but perfectly preserved. Plates still on tables, shoes by beds, piano still in tune, but visitors report anomalies. Compasses spin, clocks freeze at 3:17 a.m. Photos blur, only the buildings and the polar bear, a taxidermy mascot in the town square. Some say it moves slightly between visits. Locals warn, don't stay after dusk, because in the Arctic night, Paramidan isn't empty. What makes a town disappear? Fire? Flood? Time? Or something more? Sometimes the land forgets. Sometimes people choose to forget. And sometimes the towns choose to forget us. So if you ever find a detour, a road that shouldn't be there, leading to somewhere unmarked, don't stop, don't ask, and above all, don't look back. Thanks for watching. If the story stayed with you, let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, tap the bell. New horrors every week. Stay curious, stay safe, and above all, stay in the light.
Got a monster inside of me, you better watch out if you ignite me's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me, and he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score, never getting bored, loves the blood and gore, always wanting more, feed him from the source. They don't really understand it till